global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello and welcome back to our channel. Some few hours ago, it was an urgent meeting held by the PDP Governors Forum where they all stormed Delta State. Of course, Bala Mohammed was there, Damagum, the acting national chairman, was there, and Fubara, and a whole lot of them, except, of course, Makinde, who was ably represented by his deputy. And they had, resolved a lot of issues, of which one of them was the NEC meeting and the conclusion of Samuel, Anyanwu, and Uday Okoye's case, and a whole lot of things they discussed. Let's listen to the video, hear all the things they agreed on, which may not sit well with some factions. They will come back with my colleague to discuss more. This is really getting interesting. I just hope they resolve this thing amicably.
Distinguished members of the press, Communiqué issued at the end of the PDP Governors Forum held today at Government House, Asaba, Delta State on Friday, January 31st, 2025. The PDP Governors Forum held its 2025 first monthly meeting today, Friday, January 31st, 2025 in Asaba, the capital of Delta State, and arising therefrom resolved to issue the following communique. 1. The Forum employed the occasion to review the performance of member states in particular and the state of the nation in general, as well as developments in the party at the end of 2024, and noting the monumental socio-economic, security, infrastructure, and other challenges that confronted the nation during the period. The meeting commended governors of member states for pursuing policies and programs that not only ameliorated the plight of the people, but were aimed at creating the foundation for sustainable development in their various states. 2. The meeting noted the macroeconomic policies of the federal government that have inflicted hardship and pain on the polity. Therefore, the Forum called the federal government to either revisit or reject its macroeconomic policies to ameliorate or stop the hardship and pain that they have inflicted on Nigerians, as no meaningful or impactful achievements in the states will be achieved until the harsh policies are addressed. 3. The Forum noted with delight the ongoing efforts at resolving the crisis in the National Working Committee, NWC, on the position of the National Secretary, and has reaffirmed its support for the subsisting court judgment on the matter. Consequently, the Forum advised the NWC to set up the machinery for the effective implementation of the Federal High Court judgment, or Court of Appeals. Number 4, the Forum, having examined all the notices required by law to be given to validly convoke NEC, advised NWC to reschedule NEC to the 13th of March 2025. Number 5, while commending the country's valiant and patriotic armed forces and security agencies for maintaining the front line in securing the country and the gains of our gallant personnel against bandits in some parts of the country, the Forum viewed with deep concern the resurgence of brazen non-state actors. It therefore calls for the strengthening of the nation's security architecture. Number 6, the Forum expressed its gratitude to the host governor, Right Honorable Sharif Abowore, the government and the people of Delta State for their hospitality and friendly disposition that have yielded the successful, well-structured and impactful meeting that we just had. Even as it is equally commend the governor for the giant strides recorded by his administration in the areas of infrastructure, environment remediation, people empowerment, and combating insecurity. Finally, the Forum enjoined Nigerians not to despair in the face of prevailing hardships, with the firm assurance that the PDP will remain committed to returning our great nation to the glorious days of the pre-2015 era of manageable cost of living, security of lives and property, and greater unity and prosperity for all citizens. Thank you very much.
Welcome back. You've heard what they said. My colleague is in the house. Something unique here. NEC meeting shifted to 13th of March, even when the chairman of a BOT meeting, Senator Adolphus Fubara, insisted that it's sacrosanct. Come this February, it must hold. What's going on? Bala Mohammed making such an announcement. With Damagum, if you get to see, you watch the video again, see Damagum behind, really keeping his stained face. And Damagum agreed to 13th of March. Who then do we face?
Well, I'm so shocked that this forum, I don't know which of them is bigger when it comes to responsibility, but I must say that I'm really shocked with what I just heard now, because expectation was that by February, major issues that are meant to be resolved will be resolved amicably, because the reason why February was stipulated that was because of long list of things to be handled, so that you can create more time. The essence of this whole thing is for there to be a balance at the point, let them PDP get to a point where they can be sure they are protected. Let them be sure that come 2026, when we start our campaign, we won't have hitches of court cases and all of that. Now, Damagum is meant to be removed as the acting chairman of the party. That is one issue that must be looked into. But I'm so shocked that the governors, I think that we can't say that it is precise that will hold that day, because after now, I believe that the BOT will also have to send a call through to them. Why that sudden conclusion of 13 March? We're talking about a few days ago, we had an emergency meeting and we're looking at February. And even Damagum himself, alongside the other National Working Committee members, had agreed that come the February, that meeting will be held. Why all of a sudden did you shift it? I mean, it's really shocking. But I don't know, details of it, I feel that with time, details of this will come on. But I tell you the truth, that if this continue, the shifting will not stop. Before we know, it's going to be April, just like what happened last year. They will shift it till that December, and who knows what will come out from there.
I just hope that the person of Bala Mohammed is not playing to the gallery, because it's actually the same person who aided the shifting to sometime last year. He moved it to February.
But don't forget that any decision he's making right now is in the company of other governors. They are there. If it was so important to them, someone like Fubara should really have everything, because the longer you guys keep this guy on seat, the more riskier you're sitting in that position. Because all of them, I'm telling you, most of them had been thinking of moving to other parties. I don't know if that had also been talked about. The NEC was the right place for all of that to be done, but I'm so shocked.
But the final one now, the issue of Ode Okoye and Samuel Anyanwu. What's your take on their decision?
Well, for me, that one is a good one, because if they align with the truth, BOT said it has been handed over to a particular senior advocate of Nigeria to handle it and report back to them. But these guys are saying the outcome of the appeal court should be implemented immediately. So we don't know yet which of them they're going to sit with, but it clearly points to one direction, that Okoye Samuel Anyanwu cannot stay in that position again, which means by the next meeting, possibly 13th of March, it will see Okoye being introduced fully as, the National Secretary of PDP.
Could it be that that's probably one of the reasons why Damagum is also not comfortable with this whole setting, keeps shifting it so that his own state will not be, removed?
I think so, because don't forget that when we're talking about that position, it is a non-central, that is meant to be there. A non-central man was the one that was there before he left. So it is a non-central that should be there. So I don't know, maybe those are some of the fears he has. He has those fears. There's a lot of fears in his heart, so he's trying to see how he can keep shifting it until he stays to the end.
All right, let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. I wonder what Bala Mohammed is thinking by shifting this to 13th of March. Oh well, I guess they all know better. Let's interact in our comment section.